is good, and they've won all three, and they're leading the table with 6 points. And now we're going down to HD Ackerman with the 2 captains. Oh, yeah. And the Delhi captain, Suresh Raina, won the toss, and he decided to bat first. So these are the 2 teams taking part. As we say, good afternoon to HD Ackerman.
Yeah, good afternoon, Kosal, and good afternoon to all our viewers around the world who are tuning in. The Delhi Devils, they are desperate for a victory. They've got some wonderful players, Morne van Beek from South Africa at the top, with Brendan Taylor from Zimbabwe and Callum Ferguson, the Australian. We don't need to introduce their captain. What a player he is, but they need some runs from them to kick things off here against the Royal, who already have 1 win under their belt. And
the Punjab Royal team, led by Tillakaratne, Dilshan, Anton Divic, Dwayne Smith, they've been among the runs, but they also all need to fire at the correct time to make sure that they come out good.
Well, the surface has traditionally been a good one here since we kicked off this tournament, but this one looks a little bit on the dry side. There is grass, but it's very, very coarse, and I think the spinners will be looking at this thinking they're going to play a part in this match here today. Maybe there'll be just a little bit of grip and purchase for them off what appears to be a dry surface. The dimensions of the ground are not very big, just 68 yards all the way around. But the conditions are perfect for 90-ball cricket. So, first up with Kosala downstairs is Ashan Priyanjan from the Delhi Devils.
Good afternoon, Ashan. So how's the whole feeling? It's a new format and you've been playing cricket all around, but this is something different for you, isn't it?
Good afternoon. Yes, of course, it's a learning curve for me as well, because I get to share the dressing room with all the legends and get to learn new things every day. So it's a great opportunity for me as well.
So talking about the legends, like say, just how's the entire feeling like inside the dressing room, the dugout and all the places?
Yeah, as I said earlier, it's a great opportunity. I mean, with these kind of people, I get to learn new things every day and get to share the experience they have. And even in the matches, even with the other sides, when after the match we get to catch up and get to learn a few things as well.
So the tournament is moving on now. It's almost half of the matches done. You're still to get on board with points. So what is the team talk at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, we've been playing well. I mean, even in the first game, we came pretty close. We lost in this second last ball of the game. So hopefully guys will click today, and hopefully we'll have a good match and get to the winning ways.
All right, I wish you all the very best and thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, the all-rounder from Sri Lanka, Ashan Priyanjan. Maybe his little off-spinners will come in handy here today. Some last words from Tillakaratne Dilshan to the Punjab Royal. They do have some players. Dwayne Smith, who's already got a half-century to his name, is a clean strike with the ball. The New Zealander, Anton Devsic, will come in the middle order, the left-hander. And obviously Dilshan himself right at the top, an explosive opening batter who's produced the goods at the highest level all around the world. Monty Panesar comes into the side for them today as well, with his left-arm spin. And I think he would have looked at the surface and thought, you know what, I'll have a bowl here today. Tipal Gunawadana and Sangha Jayasuriya are our 2 standing umpires. Our television umpires, Chandrika Amara Singh, and our match referee, Asoka De Silva, the former Sri Lankan international.
So the Legends Cricket Trophy 24, this is a 90-ball format, and these are some of the rules. Each innings is 15 overs per side, 90 balls. The bowling power play is between 1 to 24 balls. The bowlers are permitted to bowl a maximum of 3 overs each. One bowler nominated by the captain to bowl 4 overs, and the batting power play, and 1 over after the 60th ball, and 1 strategic timeout per innings by the 48th ball.
Now, what we have seen over the course of the tournament is that batting orders have been changed virtually at every contest. We've seen openers go to 4 and 5 and middle order batters go to the top, but this is one that hasn't changed. Morne van Wyk, the South African international, sort of a white ball specialist, played a lot of T20 cricket around the world, Morne van Wyk, and he'll be desperate to get some runs. Raina Rayudu from India, 303 matches. I didn't think it was possible to play that many cricket matches, and those are just T20s.
It's amazing, isn't it, the amount of cricket that's been played around the world and the amount of matches that these players... It's not easy keeping fit, HD. That's the key. How fit can you be to continue? So the Punjab Royal, they're starting with Siddharth Trivedi, the right-arm medium fast bowler from India. Played IPL as well.
He's not one of the youngest that are here. 41 years of age, Trivedi. 103 T20s, and away we go.
No!
Just don't think we're going to see, and I'm not sitting on the fence here, I'm going to come out and say it straight up. I don't think we're going to see a 180 here today. I think we're going to see a slightly different method of playing, because I think the slower bowlers, those that mix up their pace, are going to be quite effective on this. New pitch, pitch number 7. 2 boundary riders, a man at cover on the fence and deep square leg. And that's found the gap where there is no deep third, and will run away for 4 over the speedy outfield.
Well, I would say that the bowler might have been a little bit unlucky. Oh, I don't think he intentionally opened the face a bit. Look at that. There you go. Low, he just opens it last minute. But not a bad delivery. You can't set fields for those.
What it has done is it's made the skipper change the field, covers up, and third has gone to the boundary. Inventive, should get a couple. It's going to take some hauling in, actually. This outfield is so quick. I mean, how has that got to the fence? It had no right.
Very interested to see who was running behind that. Phil Mustard. It's a teaser, isn't it? There you go, one way going over square. Teaser for Phil Mustard. Can I get it before it reaches? Oh, he's given a lot of effort to that, but then gives up finally.
Well, you've got to feel a little bit sorry for Phil Mustard, because that's not his usual fielding position, is that he's a wicket-keeper. He was a wicket-keeper for Durham County Cricket Club for many, many years. He was the wicket-keeper when the likes of Otis Gibson played. Oh, sorry, we're keeping you up there, Phil. I actually spotted him this morning having a walk around the lake in front of our hotel. So the ways that they stay fit are different now. It's no longer a run, it's just a walk. Just going back to Phil Mustard, 670 catches as a wicketkeeper over the course of his career with Durham. I mentioned some of the names he played with, the likes of Michael Hussey was at Durham when Mustard was keeping wicket, Dale Benkenstein, the South African international, Otis Gibson, Graham Onions, Liam Plunkett, Steve Harmison. So he's played with the very best. Pace taken off and 4.
No worries, guys.
12 without loss.
Center, actual center, correct.
Two leg.
Now that's not the lake that we walk around in the morning. Ours is a little bit smaller than that. It might take a day or two, but how beautiful it is. Just a reminder, the Devils won the toss and they chose to bat first. Rahat Ali He's had an indifferent start to the tournament. Brilliant in his opening game, went the distance in the second. I'll have that for some timing.
Beautifully done. So back-to-back boundaries for the Devils. One courtesy of Van Wyk in the previous over this time. But the Rayudu, he didn't try to hit it hard. Just up on the face, angled it. The placement was good. As I said, the timing was fantastic.
Just guided. Just guided. Let's bear in mind there is a deep third there in place as well. Very open stance. Ambati Rayudu. It'll be a wide. And he's got a very open stance, Ambati Rayudu, but at point of delivery, just before Raad Ali delivers the ball, so his left foot just closes up again.
So Raad Ali will definitely want a much improved performance today.
Just watch that front foot, just at point of delivery. Another wide and an error.
He's getting that movement, but then it's not the line that he should be looking at. Maybe get to more of a off stump line.
Slightly. Next down. That's your next
No, why went wide.
5 balls to come. Left arm
He
over.
does get about his game very seriously, and he's a dangerous player.
Oh, there's a shout. Is that just drifting down the leg side? It isn't. It's given out. No opportunity for Van Wyk to say he'd like to go upstairs. He's going to have to actually go off the ground. An early strike here for Raad Ali.
That was what Raad Ali was looking for, to bring it back into the right hand, pitched on middle stump. And it's tight, but maybe it would have been clipping leg stump. So Van Wyk goes for 12. It's 19 for 1.
Callum Ferguson from South Australia, and his state side has just upset the apple cart back in Australia. Actually, they've gone and beaten Tasmania and taken the Shield final away from them. Is this slipping down the leg side?
Interesting, tight call, I would say. If we had DRS, might have been going as umpire's call.
No, not there.
That's how they play the
Watch it, Ahad.
It's interesting to find out what these teams come out when they decide to bat, what type of a total that they would be looking for, what type of a target that they would be looking at to get, to make sure that their bowlers have enough to bowl at.
Well, that is always the disadvantage of batting first, but there are other advantages that go with it, like scoreboard pressure and a deteriorating pitch.
Yeah.
Tell you what, he had to get a move on, didn't he? It was like he was running on a treadmill for a moment there.
Definitely pretty slow off the blocks, Ferguson. It's 20 for 1. Lost Van Wyk early. I would have wanted him to be there for the power play to get the maximum.
The amazing thing about running between the wickets is that if you are the person doing it, you feel as though you're very fast, until someone off the field says, gee whiz, you really do struggle between the stumps. not that quick. Ferguson's underway anyway.
Wait and see.
Nicely bowled, brilliantly played. The delivery doesn't deserve a boundary.
Look at the timing behind that. Rayudu, once again, not trying to hit it too hard. Using the pace of Rahat Ali. There you go, beautifully done. Jesus me, what are those bats they're using?
I mean, it's just really a thankless game, isn't it, for a bowler? I mean, that is a good delivery from the left armour. Started it outside off stump, but swinging back in, and he's gone for 4.
That's right. Over.
12 balls gone, 24 for 1.
I'll do the running. That one and then you got a point.
So one leg side, one side.
There you go. That's the Mahabali that we've been talking about throughout this tournament, which branches out to many areas. Well.
Little more.
He'll be very interested to get on track straight away. Monty Panasa.
Right there.
Economy is good. Best of 314.
Another man who's just gone into his 40s. That's not his batting average, that's his age.
Or maybe that way.
1 T20 international for England.
This way. Clash of legends.
Lovely bowler, classic sort of left arm orthodox, isn't he? Nice test career for England. A lot of cricket for Northampton as well. Can you believe it? He gave up the chase very early on there. That's Dwayne Smith at mid-wicket. I mean, for all money you thought that would just be a sauntered 2, but instead it hits the boundary fence.
One thing for sure, Monty wouldn't have been happy with that effort. But I like the way they're going about Ferguson. They're not trying to hit it too hard.
Very well bowled.
Good comeback delivery.
Oh, first delivery is a full toss. We can excuse him for that, can't we? The old full toss first up. Smith will get that one.
Yeah. Monty.
You can see straight away Monty Panasa. He's pushing it slowly through there. He's not really firing it in. He's just trying to hold it back a little.
No, not there.
There you go again. What I was talking about is just releasing it very late.
Shot, lovely shot. Created his own room.
Rayudu definitely favours the offside. There you go. Making room for him. The placement and timing has been fantastic so far. He needs runs under the belt. It's a good opportunity for him.
Just half a shot, but that'll be the end of the 18th delivery. Decent start here, 33 for 1.
Delhi Devils 33 for 1. Moni van Beek is the man who's gone. LBW Rahat, who's on now. And he's got an, have to hurry, a bit of hesitation. I think a direct hit, and that would have been curtains.
I've seen a few times in this competition where you've hit it and you know you're in trouble pretty early on, And he gave up here, throw came in off target. I'll tell you what, he was miles out. Devsic, the left-handed throw at the bowler's end, and Rahat Ali, he's having a much improved day from his last outing.
Yeah, he's got good shape going today. The in-swinger to the right-hander. Rayudu on strike. Oh dear, that is horrible. Trivedi is the fielder. Siddharth Trivedi, the fast bowler, hands up. Sorry, captain. Sorry. Dock him his match fee.
On the thigh pad, comfortable shot. Rayudu, just a real freebie, and bigger freebie when the fielder goes straight past him, and the bowler, they don't get too chuffed with those sort of things happen off their own bowling. The figures at the end of the day are always closely looked at.
Absolutely, that's your craft that somebody else is messing with. Ambati Rayudu, this is a good contest, this. Rahat Ali, Ambati Rayudu. Because the ball is shaping into the pads, into the stumps. And Rayudu is,
one wicket, lads.
at the moment, he's doing his best to master that. He's already hit a 4 backward a point, which, I felt the delivery didn't deserve to go for 4. Those fielders there, those two right there, are in such a prime position. Anton Devsic and Cameron White. Because of the angle, these two here, on your left, 67 is Anton Devsic, and 29 is Cameron White at square cover, point almost. And with the ball shaping, and if it just holds its line, these two come into line because of the geometry involved. Not for a slog like that.
I'd like to try and think of maybe using a slow delivery here, because he's lining him up here, that's for sure. When he runs down the wicket at him, certainly trying to target him. Been pretty predictable so far with his slight in-swing to the right-handers, and I think the bowler thinks he might have an opportunity with Rayudu trying to hit him square of the wicket with him swinging it in. That might be an opportunity to hit that off stump if he just gets a little bit fuller.
Tucked around the corner for a couple here. Should be 2. They'll take one for the throw. It's the end of the power play. 24 balls, 4 overs. Delhi 40 for 1.
What's Powerplay over?
The importance of this fixture is right there in front of you. Punjab Royal have won 1 from 2, and Delhi Devils have not won. Played 2, lost 2. Monty Panesar, 167 test wickets for England. Power play is done. Balled in. It was too full for the shot. Monty strikes.
You beauty. Monty, he's in the action. Brilliant delivery. That seemed to just stay down a touch and skid it on. Ferguson was looking for turn or looking for it to sit up, but it just darted through, and there's the celebration. That's what we love to see.
Too full this time for Callum Ferguson. It's gone for 7, 40 for 2. Suresh Raina. 137 strike rate over a glittering T20 career.
Left arm round.
Here for this because Callum Ferguson's looking to play this square. It's too full. It's way too full, and it was on him a little bit quicker. And he'll look at that and think, I should have played that down the ground, back towards him or towards mid-off, not square. So he's paid the price there, Callum Ferguson, Suresh Raina, with 39 50s and 100 on his CV. The 5th highest scorer in the IPL. And there was a time when Suresh Raina had played more games than anyone else in the IPL. Up until a couple of years ago, he didn't miss a game for about 12, 13, maybe 14 seasons. Did not miss a game. And it's been wonderful for the game of cricket, Suresh. The one that drifts back in. Nicely bowled by Monty Panesar.
Oh, yeah, the right-handers are really struggling. They're looking for turn, but it's just skidding on and going on with the arm. So very dangerous delivery, this.
He's got good rhythm here, Monty. Monty Panesar is bowling with very good rhythm. 28 gone, 42 for 2. Yeah, that's missing. That's missing leg stump.
No! Go.
Oh dear. Little misfield. Dwayne Smith, I think that might have been. Yes, it was at point.
Not ideal. They've had a few of those right now, and they just don't really want to give Delhi any extra assistance here. Make them work really hard. They're searching for a victory.
Good fielding.
It's crucial that Rayudu stays the distance here. 43 for 2, 5 overs gone.
Lefty, both and lefty, you can go deep. Yeah, right.
You can see how important this partnership now is for Delhi, because Rayudu and Raina, two celebrated Indian cricketers, have to put a partnership on here. Brendan Taylor from Zimbabwe, Iqbal Abdullah, Priyanjan Sri Lanka, Pradeep Sangwan, the left-arm pace bowler who was in the India under-19 team that won the under-19 World Cup in 2008 with Virat Kohli as captain in Malaysia. He could bowl. Upul Indrasiri, very experienced, well over 500 first-class wickets in his Indian career. Sri Lankan, I beg your pardon. Oh, catch it.
Very well bowled.
This guy can bowl. He's got bags of experience, and once you have an action that is so repeatable like this, he's worth his weight in gold. Oh, that's a lovely shot. That is so Suresh Raina. Brilliant. It's so good to watch, so pleasing on the eye.
Use to the feet. He's a master of this stroke. He's got the slog sweep. When he plays this shot, it is the best you're ever going to see. So under any other batter to play a better shot than that today, I don't think we're going to see it.
No, it's so beautiful, and he's done it all his life. Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, you could watch that on a loop, couldn't you? On a video loop, you could watch Suresh Raina playing that time after time again.
Mentioned his achievements in that RPL. It's a bit odd not seeing these two batting in bright yellow. They're Chennai yellow.
Absolutely bright, sparkling yellow. Well, I think the fact that Suresh Raina is out there will give Ambati Rayudu a little extra motivation. He's due runs. He's been short of runs, not just in this tournament, but in recent times. Now he comes to the tournament with the runs still in the tank.
And it's at this moment where this partnership needs to be 50 plus at the very least, and 50 comes up for two. 35 balls has taken them, a rate just over 8.5 to the over. We've been seeing teams scoring at 10 to the over. That's been almost a stock and trade in this tournament so far.
Where's he gone with this? He's gone a long way. Ambati Rayudu's gone how many seats back? Six rows back as well. 56 for 2, Delhi.
So a big building after the power play has ended, and they need to get 10 plus here, and they need to push on. 6 overs gone, just under 10 to the over. We said 10 to the over is the going rate, and this, they'll go well beyond it if we see more of these strokes. That was absolutely massive, right out the middle of the bat. Indrasiri, he's the key bowler. He's gone for 13 in his first over, putting him under some early pressure.
Yeah, it's a big hit that just would have upset the rhythm of the left arm spinner. Now we're going to see Siddharth Trivedi wearing 56.
It's interesting to watch Uthappa last night just use one seamer and the rest were just spinners, and he said he was going to try to look after the seamer, so I like the way he's thinking. A bit of longevity in this tournament.
Yeah, I think Robin Uthappa, his captaincy, he's a proven captain, but also he's getting runs at the same time. Up and over. Man out there on the fence. Neil Cameron White is the fielder out there. What another lovely looking shot from Suresh Raina.
Lovely beauty. Cameron White, there he is there. He just had a chat with him, you know, the other day about his coaching career. He's with the Sydney Sixers, and he's also going to be working under Ricky Ponting in the Major League this year in America. So his coaching career kicking on nicely, but he's back on the field. He's a bit rusty with a bat, he said, but he's doing some good work in the outfield.
Slower delivery completely deceives Suresh Raina.
Do your back a bit of a mischief here with these type of strokes. Lovely off cutter, and that's not far away. Slog sweep, playing him like a spinner, trying to heave him through mid-wicket.
Very good release of the ball. Hardly a noticeable change of wrist, but the fingers came down the side of the ball, which accounted for the slower pace.
Wide ball.
Can't go down there, that's a wide. Suresh Raina won the toss and said that Delhi would bat first, put a total on the board. Looks like a brand new bat too, doesn't it? Brand new for the occasion. Didn't play the first match, scored a 50 against the Strikers. Times this impeccably for 4.
He just hit it a little bit later. Almost, ball was almost behind him as he made contact with this. He guarded it just in front of point. He opens that blade up, slices across the ball. He's knowing your game through and through, years and years of knowing your game, and that is pure class. He's unlucky. That's not the worst delivery, but that is a top shot.
Yeah, another little cutter that deceives Suresh Raina. Naman Oja is keeping wicket. Again, player with a wonderful first-class career. Could have played a lot more international cricket. But as far as wicket-keeping is concerned, he had a certain MS Dhoni in his way.
So Raina missed the first game, but he came back into this competition with a real bang against the strikers, who are running hot at the moment at the top of the table, 3 out of 3. And he tried to play a lone hand. There wasn't a huge amount of support with him from the batting unit, but some of those shots out of this world. And there we see another one where he guides it through the point. We saw it this last over with a similar stroke. So 15 not out, too much to do. His team lost, but he got himself some runs.
42 balls bowled, 65 for 2. Seven overs of 42 balls, 65 for 2 Delhi Devils. Rayudu's looking good. Raina is just warming up. He's made 15 of 11. It's Rayudu who's really looked to take the bowling on. 4 fours and a 6, striking at over 150. So the projected score at this stage is 139. They'll need a few more than that. Dwayne Smith, tons of experience, good economy rate, best of 4 for 8. Keeper standing up. Goes through the offside. He's been very good. Rayudu. Afternoon HD.
Afternoon, Roshan. Yeah, that projected score of 138. You're right. They'll want a few more because they're only 2 wickets down. But I think it'd be very competitive. I don't think we've got ourselves a batting paradise. I mean, talking for T20 cricket, not a wicket you're just going to get bowled out on, but not a wicket where you're going to be able to just score easily.
There is somebody right behind the side screen, just walking. And she's in red. Right before the black side screen, so the contrast is very well seen. Nudged. Oh, well done, very well done. And short third. That's a good effort. It's not easy to get across and get that hand down.
Siddharth Trivedi. Yeah, this could easily have gone for 4. Does very well, bearing in mind he's also bowled a spell of 12 balls.
Fielding can always be pretty challenging. At the moment it's only singles, but it doesn't matter because they're setting themselves up quite nicely. Still the 45th ball, so they're at the halfway stage in terms of the number of balls. It's a 90-ball game, so they might want to just knock it around, get into something solid by about the 60th ball. They're left with 30 with wickets in hand. Who knows? this will be 4. It is.
Well bowled,
One
very
thing
well
about
bowled.
the outfielders, the boundary riders, is that they haven't really run too hard. Every time it's into the gap, it's 4.
It's always been a real strength of Suresh Raina's is his control of the bat face. He can get the ball square of the wicket from something that's very, very straight, which then messes around with the captain. The captain feels it needs to bring the sweeper square, and when he does that, he disappears to extra cover. Nearly.
They've got 8. 1 ball to go in the over. And after this, of course, after 48 balls, is the strategic power, is the strategic timeout. That's after 8 overs or 48 balls. So just 1 to go. This should be taken, I think, by Dilshan. Backpedaling, takes it quite easily. He's a good fielder. Tillakaratne Dilshan. And Smith strikes. It's a big wicket because Rayudu was looking good.
Just before the strategic timeout. Not what the Devils would have wanted. Dilshan does well on clinging onto that. And Rayudu, another one with a start, goes for 29 of just 20 deliveries. The Devils are 73 for 3, and we're going to have a strategic timeout.
Quick වැඩි වගේ සීන් එකක් තියෙන්නේ අයියා. ඊළඟ වා ස්ට්‍රේට් ටයිම් වලට විනාඩියට අඩු කරනවා ඈ. බෝල් ඉස්කෝලේ ගහනවා කිය. කමෙන්ට් එක. ඊළඟ වා අඩු කරයි දැන් මේ තාපට අඩු කරමු.
73 for 3 at the end of the strategic timeout. Well, Rayudu getting out at a critical time. Now the new batter is Brendan Taylor. He comes out to join the captain. This is the start of the Delhi Devils. There are no big shots, more controlled shots. Possibly was doing a little bit too much, but given LBW. But some well-timed strokes. Monty Panasa started off with a fairly choosy full toss and then struck. That was a little bit too full for the pull shot. And then the last ball, well, before that, Raina announced himself, and so did Rayudu against Indrasiri, who bowled brilliantly in that last game. Raina just kept going. And then pace off, and Rayudu looking to deposit it over extra cover, gets caught almost at that edge of that 30-yard circle. So 48 balls, 73 for 3. The captain Tillakaratne Dilshan is on to the left-handed Raina. Now this is Brendan Taylor's record. Impressive. Strike rate is good, close to a 130. Single off the first ball.
Take it easy, Tiger.
I think the way that Dilshan has rotated his bowlers and the bowlers that he's chosen suggests that this pitch is one for the slow bowlers. He himself on now for his first 6 deliveries. Indrasiri, Monty Panasa, So 3 spinners already used.
Yeah. Okay.
I think he made it clear even at the toss. He said he was resting a fast bowler. He's brought in the extra spinner. He's also got his faster bowlers. We're looking to take pace off. They're looking to bowl cutters. So that could be what his take on this surface is. You were there. You felt that it was dry. And this could be a justification of that very thought.
Come on, Monty.
Yeah, it's very hot here at the moment. I've noticed that the curator at the close of play after the second game, the evening game, he tends to just sprinkle some of the pitches that are on the square just to try and give them a little bit of moisture. Naturally, he can't give it as much as he would like to because there's cricket played here every single day, but he's just trying to keep a little bit of moisture in these pitches.
Thanks for spending.
It's also about managing these surfaces. I think they got 4 or 5 strips that they have decided where this tournament will be played. Oh, what a good shot that is. That is punched hard, and that's 4.
This is a serious shot from Raina. I mean, Dilshan bowls this from wide of the crease. He's quite round arm as well. He wanting to slide it into the leg stump of Raina, but his foot movement, it's so brisk and assured that he's able to hit that straight down the ground. That's a quality stroke.
Strong wrists. Gives him that single. 9 of it. It's 82 for 3 after 54 balls.
See you back. You come here. No, back in the room, man.
82 for 3. 54 balls done in this innings, in the Delhi Devils innings. So Raina very much the key here. 28 of 18. Taylor just in.
Should we throw now or after the first ball?
So Dwayne Smith, he's another one who just takes a lot of pace off the ball, bowls a lot of cutters. Might be perfect for the surface if it's dry, if it's gripping a little bit. It's well bowled. Good start to the over. Right, time to join Shafali and let's see whom she has.
Thank you, Com. I have Callum with me. Callum, back-to-back losses, but this is a must-win game for Delhi Devils. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, look, it hasn't been the start that we wanted, but certainly looks like Suresh is in fine form, so he's got a good start today, and certainly Ryu batted really nicely at the top as well, so hopefully we're getting ourselves into a good position, and certainly Suresh is the key for us.
Yeah, and we have been watching the game until now. It looks good so far.
Yeah, it does. I mean, the wicket is on the lowest side, but coming onto the bat okay at this stage, so we're expecting it to maybe get a little bit slower as the day goes on, so hopefully that suits us with runs on the board.
What's the strategy for today? What did your captain tell you?
Oh, look, just go out and play. It's important that we go out and play with a bit of freedom, and that's what we've seen from our guys at the top of the order so far, and hopefully we're getting ourselves into a good position, get some runs on the board, and then bowl really well and put some pressure on.
Yes, talking about bowling, what team combination of bowlers do you have?
Yeah, look, we've got a couple of new faces in the lineup, which is great, but we've got a nice mix of fast bowlers and spinners tonight. So hopefully the slow bowlers will really come into the game for us and be able to put some pressure on in the middle overs.
Okay, and tell me about the time in Kandy. Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, I am. The weather's obviously fantastic, and it's been great to catch up with some old teammates and certainly some old foes as well, which has been great. And I'm playing with a few players that I've certainly played a lot against and with, and some new faces as well, new friends.
All right, all the very best for the game, and I'm going to let you go now, and I'll go straight to the bounce. Thank you.
Well, that's Callum Ferguson enjoying himself in Kandy and been given the freedom to go and play a few shots. That's what he said.
Yeah, nice player Callum Ferguson was for South Australia. Now does a lot of work actually broadcasting, commentator in Australia.
Well done. That is good work by Brendan Taylor. Oh, that could be tight. I think he did well. He did really well. Trivedi, that is, they'll come back for 2. They weren't very keen in running fast. They were expecting him to go away for 4. It didn't.
You know, the youthful body, the youthful mind was saying dive, 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 but the body said boot.
Thankfully, he listened to the body, not the mind. Yeah, that'll be the challenge. Fielding, that will be the challenge. Down the ground. So 60 balls have been completed. 88 for 3. Well, the drone could climb to some very dizzy heights, and this is what you see just outside the stadium. You see the Mahavali River in the background, very historic. We also have those mountains, the range. It is a beautiful place, Kandy. These are beautiful parts of Sri Lanka, and much loved and much looked forward to by many, not just tourists but also Sri Lankans. Right now, the batting side has the option of taking a batting power play. Now, that batting power play could be 1 over any time after 60 balls. They have the option of doing it. Trivedi bowled 12 balls for 21 runs. So what do you reckon? They should take it now with Raina looking good?
Well, just at the break there, one of the substitute fielders ran onto the field with a cap in his hand, and he thought he was going to give it to Raina, but he didn't give anything to either batter, so I'm sure it was a message that was being run onto the ground.
Starts off with a single of the first ball. Now Trivedi has been a great competitor. He played under 19 for India in 2008, and then immediately Rajasthan Royals, I beg your pardon, picked him up for the IPL under Virat Kohli, and they ended up to be the champions, and he was part of that winning team. So he's got a good pedigree as a player.
And that Rajasthan Royals side would have contained the late great Shane Warne, ex-South African cricket captain Graham Smith. There were some good players in that side.
There was Darren Lehman, I was told. Well, he's looking to take pace off the ball. It doesn't look easy. Brendan Taylor in particular doesn't seem to be able to time the ball that much. He's consumed 6 balls for 6 runs, but this is the time that the Devils need to sort of have a move on, a few boundaries, just to try and break the monotony of singles and 2s and dots.
They might have just wanted the extra over here for Brendan Taylor to get himself in. He's only faced a handful of balls, so maybe the discussion was, look, have another over here, then we'll take that power play. And just a reminder about that power play, it means that there are some fielding restrictions for the fielding side. 3 men are allowed outside the 30-yard circle. Maximum of 3 men.
Suresh Raina will be the key here, striking at just under 150. But you're right, Brendan Taylor just faced 6 deliveries, swing and a miss. Just dragging his length down a little bit, Trivedi, and didn't bounce. And also seam up, but really didn't arrive. Took a bit of time as the batter was looking to charge. So 90 for 3, 64 balls. So they're left with 26 more deliveries. How much more can they get? Now the projected score is down a bit at this stage. It was 139 at one stage. It's down to 127, which is at the current rate. If they go at 10,
They'll get over 130, but ideally over 12 maybe to get to 140 plus. With the slowness of the surface. Again, thumped down the ground on the bounce. Devsic, the fielder.
Yeah, 6 bowlers used here by Punjab Royal, and I just wonder whether they're going to utilise their trick up their sleeve, which is that one bowler can bowl 24 balls, the equivalent of 4 overs. Trivedi's been useful. He's got 1 delivery remaining of this over. So whether they're going to make that decision or just use all 6 of these bowlers.
Last ball. Again, pace off. End of the over. 66 balls, 91 for 3.
Again, the beautiful surrounding sides of this ground. 91 for 3, the Devils. Captain leading from the front, battling on. It's going to be a good contest, isn't it, Alan?
If they get enough. If they get enough. And that's now the batting power play, which means that only 3 fielders can be outside the inner circle, which means that the advantage is for the batting side, because that's what the batting power play is all about. So what they need to do for the next 6 balls is try and maximize their advantage with only 3 fielders allowed outside the inner circle. Can they do it? Suresh Raina, 33 from 24. It's important that he stays the distance here, because they don't want another new bat in at this stage. And it's going to be Rahat Ali who's going to bowl this over. Long on, deep mid-wicket, and a deep point on the offside. Now that's not wide. Suresh Raina had pulled away from that, which widened the gap between the line of the ball and where his bat was swishing.
Pretty interesting, Alan. If you look at the 4 fielders in the inner ring, they're almost behind the crease.
Yeah, you would think at least 2 of them would be in front of square. Yeah, 2 behind square leg side and offside. That's your deep mid wicket. Cameron White. And remember, this is the batting power play over, so the batting side has got to make the most of this.
So far it's only 2 runs, and Rahat Ali, he's had a mixed bag of 2 games. One game he bowled really well in the first game, and the next game he just went for a lot of runs, over 50.
Yeah, 21 in his first, picked up a couple of wickets as well, and then he picked up 3 in his second match, but he went for 59 in 4. It's not a wide. They really haven't worked out how to play Rahat Ali with the left arm over the wicket angle. When he had the brand new ball, it was swinging, and swinging well into the right-hander's pads. It's only a single. It's only a single.
This is very good, isn't it? This has been a fantastic over. Just 2 runs coming off it. Can this be the best over in the power play in terms of the fielding side?
7 is the lowest in the tournament so far. 7. It's gone and spoiled it. Rahat Ali down the leg side. You can't go there, and so that's an extra ball.
That extra ball can hurt you. Hopefully you can get it right. There you go. This is the beautiful surrounding of this Pallekele International Stadium. It's a picturesque sight to be here.
Should be gone. Simple. Almost a schoolboy match. Suresh Raina was surprised by the extra bounce, but that's the skipper. He's gone.
This is good. Suresh Raina. Right, Trivedi holding on to a very comfortable catch. Now this has been a fantastic over from Rahat Ali. The Devils captain departs. Trivedi, ball Rahat Ali for 34. It's 94 for 4.
Big wicket. Now multi-point. Over.
Priyanjan, Ashan Priyanjan is the new bat, healthy strike rate of 122, heading towards his 2000 mark in T20 cricket, but this is not T20 cricket, this is T90, 90 balls. Suresh Raina just ruffled a little bit with that extra bounce. It's well bowled by Rahat Ali. Probably done a bit of homework on Suresh Raina. Yeah, just that little extra bounce, Suresh, wasn't it? Well, it was a good innings, but Delhi needed more of it. And 1 ball to complete the over, and only 3 from this over, which is the batting power play over. Priyanjan on strike. What a good over. That's the best over of the lot so far the tournament in terms of the batting power play over. It's 95 for 4.
Do there. Third over. Third bigger over. Do there. My leg arm perfect. Left arm round. Stop. 2-1. Yeah, that's the center.
Monty Panesar has bowled 2 overs, 12 deliveries, 1 for 12. He bowled pretty well. Had the ball on the piece of string. Bowled again.
Good, Monty.
Priyanjan will have to do something different. Who takes the lead here? Is it Brendan Taylor? Does he try to take on Monty Panesar? He needs to do that because they need to move on.
Good, Monty.
Should just be 1. Cameron White out there at deep mid wicket.
Come, Monty.
Alan, something that we're seeing, we didn't see in the previous 5 days. The weather, it's got a little bit dark. The sun's gone hiding, not that it's threatened.
Too much height, too much.
Just a bit of extra bounce here from Monty Panesar. It's a risky shot to play the reverse sweep here.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Monty likes it, every bowler likes it when you hit some part of the pad. Good change of pace. Good change of pace from Monty. This is good stuff, and I think it's a good decision to let him bowl now.
He's mixing things up, that's for sure. And he's not trying to bowl too fast, he's letting it go slow.
Catch it!
Now then, man underneath it, should take it, does take the catch. Phil Mustard takes a very cool catch. They weren't coming to terms with Monty Panesar.
Yeah, that's right. Once again, slower through the air, asking the batsman to reach for it. Phil Mustard, safe hands at long on. Priyanjan goes for 2. It's 99 for 5.
Good catch, buddy. I save your energy. Next up, one more remaining. Left arm round to you.
5 down now, Delhi Devils. Ishan Malhotra, the new bat. More and more, the spinners are making their presence felt in this tournament. The 100 is up for Delhi Devils, who won the toss. Suresh Raina said they bat first. Malhotra, whose strike rate in T20 is low at 87. It's the end of the over, 100 for 5. Upal Indrasiri, left arm spin is on. First over cost him 13, so a chance to redeem himself here.
To his second, his Ashan Priyanjan's dismissal.
That's a big hit. Whoa, Brendan Taylor, very powerful.
And the difference here, that you see there again, Brendan Taylor with Industry and Monty Panesar. Industry is trying to push it in a little bit too quick.
Yeah, Monty's a different proposition, but Indrasiri, very experienced. It's going after him here. Man there. No, it's 6 more.
Brendan Taylor is taking a liking to pull Indrasiri right now. This is just what the Devils wanted. That was a little bit slower through the air, but Taylor, he's got good reach, isn't it?
Brendan Taylor has played many years of international cricket for Zimbabwe. He's been in critical situations before, and he plays critically some very handsome strokes as well.
This is wonderful, isn't it? The mid-wicket went down and the gap was open. He made himself room and went through the offside. Very effective.
At the moment, Indra Siri is the weak link in this bowling attack. Over the wicket this time. Bowls at him. Over the wicket works. Indra Siri at last gets something from this game. And Brendan Taylor's cameo comes to an end.
Well, maybe the angle that went straight on the arm, and Brendan Taylor missed out on that and crashed into his stumps. He scores for 25. It's 117 for 6.
कोई बात नहीं होता चला ले ठीक है ना
Pradeep Sangwan, who's the left-arm quick bowler for Delhi. He's played all his cricket, his first-class cricket for Delhi.
Next time. Thank you.
And he was actually in the India Under-19 World Cup winning side in 2008 with Virat Kohli, the captain, in Malaysia. Likes a knock, like a lot of lower-order batters, loves to come in and throw the bat. End of the over. 118 for 6.
Fourth over. This fourth over. The bowler who is bowling fourth over. Fourth bowler. Additional over.
118 for 6. Raina, top scorer with 34. Brendan Taylor's just gone. And this is the end of Brendan Taylor. Indra Siri came over the wicket, and the change of angle did for the Zimbabwean. So the last over will be the 4th to be bowled by Rahat Ali. Delhi needs some big runs here. Difficult to get away. Pradeep Sangwan on strike. That's not wide. That's within those tram lines. Those blue lines are there for the umpire.
Rahat Ali has been very good in this game. There you go. That's very well done. Well within the lines.
You don't often see Rahat Ali coming around the wicket, which is what a lot of left-arm pace bowlers do when they come back or finish off an innings. And thanks to the great Wasim Akram, who used to come round the wicket when the new ball, the shine had gone. Could get some runs here. He'll go back for the second. He wants to.
They had to, isn't it? They had to take the maximum. So, maybe someone. This is Rahat Ali. He's the leading wicket taker in the tournament with 7. Asela Gunaratne is not far behind.
Yeah, interestingly there, apart from Asela Gunaratne, they're all pace bowlers. And we have been seeing the success of the spinners. Bowled. That will be 4. Well, it was a risk shot by Sangwan.
It's a welcome boundary for the Devils. He threw everything at it, isn't it? And got enough bat to beat that fielder. Just over Dilshan, and another boundary. Maybe 5 years down the line, Dilshan would have held that for sure. Right, there you go. This is just managed to beat him. I've been just told that he's the oldest bloke in the league.
Well, if he is, he's pretty fit. 47, I'm told, but he looks very, very fit. There should be a long off there. It's one bounce four at this stage. Rahat Ali's got to have a long off. It's a poor piece of field placing here. Got to have it. The man back.
You need to expect this in almost a low order batsman. That's where he's going to go down. He's not going to pull you or cut you. He's going to go downtown for sure.
Yeah, now they're back. Long on and long off. Now they're back. This is the last ball, the 90th ball of the innings. Last ball of this innings. Looking for the Yorker. They'll only get one. They should only get one. Not a very good throw. And that is the end of the innings. Delhi Devils 133 for 6, having won the toss. And Suresh Raina deciding to bat. 15 from that last over. Too expensive. But I don't think the field was right. I think Dilshan missed a trick there. So the Devils finishing 133 for 6. So 133 for 6, Delhi Devils. Punjab will feel that they'll be able to get these runs. 134 to win from their 90 balls. It's a reasonable target for Punjab Royal. Let's go down to Ash and find out who she's got with her.
And I am down here with Brandon Taylor. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling okay. Hopefully getting the cobwebs out the body a bit, but it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're talking about the score right now, 133. What do you think about this score today?
I think it's competitive. Probably maybe another 10, 15 more would have been handy, but we're desperate for a win and we're going to come out and give it everything we can.
What would you do differently to defend this score in the second innings?
I think I'd like to see maybe a bit more pace off the ball. You know, it's a fast outfield. You get value for your shots, so hopefully we can put our skills up to the test today.
All right, and we wish you all the very best. Let's see how it goes in the second innings.
Much appreciated. Thank you.
Yeah, 3 players got well into double figures. Rayudu 29, Raina 34 and Brendan Taylor 25, and Sangwan with some important runs at the end. Van Veek for 12, and Ferguson failed today, but he's been in good form. 133 for 6. There wouldn't have been too many big partnerships here. Once again, you see, you wanted one of those partnerships to go on into the 70s or 80s to make Delhi post an imposing total. 33 the biggest there between Rayudu and Raina. Here's the bowling figures.
6 bowlers used by Dilshan and Rahat Ali. 2 for 36 from 24 deliveries. I thought he bowled well. Intercity was expensive. Smith was good. Dilshan just a solitary over, but Monty Panasa 2 for 16 from 18 deliveries.
Yeah, Panasa's spell was a telling spell of left arm spin bowling. So Punjab Royal, they'll be coming out shortly. They need 134 to win this target, to win this match.
Welcome back to Palakeli Stadium. Legends Cricket Trophy 2024 Match 10, where Delhi Devils are taking on the Punjab Kings. Some of the highlights of the innings. Morne van Wyk got stuck in the power play. A couple of sweet shots ensued. But just when they started looking a little bit dangerous, this happened. Rahat Ali, LBW adjudged. Morne van Wyk had to go back. Rayudu got into the centre, got into his business, along with Ferguson, and that was him dismissed by Monty Panesar. A lovely little battle between the two of them. Panesar came out on top. Thereafter, Suresh, Raina and Rayudu, a really nice partnership between the two of them. It's just a pity it didn't go on a little bit further. Rayudu, in the end, holding out. Smith, the bowler, and the skipper, Dilshan, the catcher. Lovely little celebration, and that was a big partnership broken. Suresh Raina really gave us a treat of some wonderful strokes, but it ended with a fended short ball to short third man. Rahat Ali getting a big breakthrough. Pianjan holding out. Mustard long on taking a simple catch. And Brendan Taylor really entertained for a short little stay at the crease. He 25 of 16 deliveries. In the end perished, trying to heave it on the onside. So Delhi getting through. They're getting a score on the board. They got some runs to defend. A lovely little finish from Sangwan in the last over with some boundaries. 15 off the last over. They needed that. Get themselves through to a score. They can defend. So after the break, Punjab Royal will need 134 to win off 90 balls. We'll see you shortly.
Welcome back to the Pellekele International Cricket Stadium here in Sri Lanka. Match number 10, where the Delhi Devils are taking on the Punjab Royal. Two powerhouse names who lead these two teams. Suresh Raina from the Delhi Devils and Tillakaratne Dilshan for the Punjab Royals. 134 is what's required by the Royals if they're going to register their second win. The Devils, they're going to have to be at their very best. They are winless at the moment. Anurat will have the new ball. Anurit has 5 wickets already in the 2 games, so he started the competition well. But it's his economy rate that's going to have to be impressive now. Alongside me, former South African international John Kent. Good afternoon, John.
Afternoon, HD, and good afternoon to the viewers tuning in for this run chase. Oja, many an RPL campaign under his belt, and then he's got the oldest player in the competition, with the captain alongside him. He has emotions with a hand, a huge in-swinger. That's a record. Have a look at that. That is a lot of cricket under his belt. And now he's got to deal with a bowler in some form, bowling some boomerang in-swingers here. And he almost got through the defences in that first delivery. Economy a little bit high.
A little bit of shake back in. Now, Dilshan hasn't made the same mistake that he made the other evening. That was a attempted quick single. And Namanoja was absolutely nowhere. Barbecued. Not tonight.
They must have looked at each other after that delivery. That was exactly where he blocked the ball and exactly where he set off for the run. They must have had a little look at each other and said, not this time, my friend.
That's one for the over. I do think they're going to have to try and get a move on, get a scurry on inside the power play, the first 24 deliveries, because it seems that the surface gets a little bit tougher to manufacture shots when there's a lack of pace in the surface and when the spinners come on. Now, how's that not bowled him, or how's he not chopped that on? That really has squatted.
Talking about the wicket, SD, that is certainly a worry with a hard new ball. Big in-swinger, but there's just no bounce whatsoever. Look at that. He just on the bounce through to the keeper. Lovely seam position for the in-swinger. Really a lovely wrist position. And he has been right on the money. Great line and great length from him to start here.
Finds the gap, finds the boundary. End of the first 6 deliveries, 5 without loss. Shot, lovely shot, authentic.
A little bit of a way swing, but that was out of the top draw, that stroke. That is a beautiful extra cover drive. A boundary each now for the opening pair, and that was a loosener from Manu Singh. Just a bit too full, and he just leant on that one.
It's amazing how the outswinger is favoured in the longer versions of the game because the ball goes towards the slip cordon. but in white ball cricket, the outswing is almost favoured by the batter because they can just let their hands go. And if they get an outside edge, well, it disappears down to third for 1 or maybe even 4. But it's those that can bowl those in-swingers up front, cramp batters for room.
Especially those left-arm quick bowlers, bringing it back in, not allowing any room. The first day we saw how decent that in-swinger was from Anurit.
Fielded. Van Wyk at backward point. He too has done a lot of time behind the stumps as a wicket keeper.
Now Morne van Wyk, the regular keeper in his career, a left-hander, strong left hand at backward point, a good thing to have. And he's thrown himself around early on here. He's a real fighter. That's what they need right now in this campaign. Do the Devils need a win here desperately this evening?
Nice easy single. So just a reminder that the power play consists of 24 deliveries up front. There is a batting power play as well of 1 over of just 6 deliveries, which can be taken at the conclusion of the 10th over, so after 60 balls have been bowled. And that batting power play means that the fielding unit can only have 3 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Now we just wonder whether we're going to have a look upstairs. Yeah, there's no surprise. Dawdled a little bit. I'm pretty sure he's safe, but we're going to have a little look upstairs to see if he's made his ground.
Just dawdling a little bit. Ojip. Will he be found wanting here? Have a look. He just takes his time. And that, yeah, that's comfortably home. Umpire perfectly positioned. Interestingly, the way he went upstairs. But not out the answer. And 12 for no loss. Not out.
Width dutifully accepted.
Pretty relaxed in the dugout. Punjab Royal, and this was really beautiful shot. Really elegant player. Doesn't try and bludgeon the ball at any stage. The big booming in swingers met with a middle of his bat.
Now he goes over mid-off. That's a lovely shot for 4. That's the trouble if it doesn't swing, and this white ball doesn't swing for long.
I like the way they've just taken a little bit of time to get themselves into acclimatized to the conditions. As an opening batter, it's always tough just walking and whacking it around from ball 1. They've had a bit of a look, and now the second half of this power play, they're going to really go on the attack.
This should be out. This should be out. Just needs a call, and that's gone. So a couple of boundaries, and then a wicket for the Devils.
Sangwan, the man who ran in and took the catch. Blast pull shot. He changed the length up. Underreach, who's looking for a front foot ball. And the pull shot couldn't extend the arms, cramped up for room. His glasses didn't get in the way. Oja, he's got to go. He's gone for 15. Royal 20 for 1.
Here's a player, Dwayne Smith from the West Indies, 337 matches. It's always staggering to read that column, how many T20 matches are played now in these men's careers. Best of 110, but this had a bit of pace behind it, this short one.
A really good change. Really got to give him some credit. He's been one of their top bowlers, has been their top bowler, and he continues to strike and lead this attack.
And there's a clear indication of how the surface is playing. We've had one that skipped on and raced onto Oja's bat and led to the wicket. Now we've had a couple that have just kept slightly low and not coming on to the bat. So what are we going to say? Too paced and a little bit of inconsistent bounce. So for the first time since we've been here in Palakele, the batters not having it all their own way. It's gone fine.
Talk about Smith's list of games. He's in the upper echelons of T20 cricket over the years, and he tried at times middle order, and then he had success at the top of the order where his strong bottom-handed strokes, there's no field big enough for him when he gets going, that's for sure. And obviously always had that mess up his sleeve with his medium paces as well to add to the package.
Got that. Good shot from Dilshan to end the 18 balls bowled. 3 overs gone, 25 for 1. He's texting Roshan Abasinger, because if I look over my left shoulder, Roshan's on his phone as well. Well, at least they found it funny. Boundary to end the last.
$13 off the last over. That's just what they were looking for after having a bit of a look in the first couple overs. They put the foot down flat. Pradeep Sangwan, 33 years of age, 102 T20s, just over 100 wickets as well. So 4 RPL teams, he's been around the block a few teams, he's had lots of experiences of that wonderful event. He's going to have to call upon that experience he's gained now.
There'll be any swing now. We're into the 4th over. He'll just go across the right-handers. He might have the odd cutter available to him. The fact that he's been in 4 IPL teams, he'll know his way around a pitch. He'll know what's required on various surfaces. He'll just have bowled the one delivery and made an assessment on what's required on this one.
Certainly bustling in not hitting the keeper's gloves too hard. And so you can understand there's a couple bowlers in this competition who have really run in and bowled pretty rapid. Think of some of the early stages. You know, Best is certainly trying to crank it up. But Smith just struggling to come to terms with this wicket so far.
Fielded. It looked like it was 4 all the way.
A very low arm, quite slingy. And Smith setting off immediately, but that is brilliant work. Abdullah, really lovely. To his wrong hand as well. Excellent work. That's what they need, more of that.
Not stopping that. Dilshan moves to 13.
Iconic stroke, this one. Bowler's trying to bowl across the right-hander, offering up a little bit of width. How many times have we seen this over the years?
Yeah, so difficult for a left armer if there's no swing to the right-hander. You've almost got to pitch it on leg stump to go over off stump, because if you pitch it on off stump, it's width. And it's short and battered away for 4.
Bit of a baseball shot, this one. It really went to fetch it from outside off stump. Not too much excitement up there for that stroke, but it was a wonderful stroke. Didn't bother moving too much, but he tried to bang it in. And the fielder, this time, not able to stop the boundary. So another good over. 9 off it so far already. The required rate just under 9 to the over. Dilshan, the key man here.
One delivery of this over remains. Oh, that's 4 more. This is a lovely finish to the over for Tillakaratne Dilshan. 13 from that over. 24 balls gone, 38 for 1.
Change your pace, buddy. Stand by. Right, stop. No. Again. What are you doing?
And this partnership going along quite nicely. 4 overs gone, the power play is done. 38 on the board, and just a couple of highlights for you from this power play. Dilshan looking good. And that was the end of Uja.
Drone is behind. Drone is behind. You can signal now. You can.
Isan Malhotra has got to watch his line here. Just gentle medium pace, whippy action. Not sure what pace he can generate, but you've got the left arm pace of Pradeep Sangwan at the other end. Isan Malhotra hasn't played a lot of cricket, T20.
Yeah, it doesn't come in with a massive reputation, but he must be useful to be in this side. Tried the scoop. That's an amazing shot. I mean, sometimes I wonder how he plays it. I mean, not this one, but the one that is called the Dill scoop, which is heading to your helmet, and then he scoops it. I mean, he's in real danger as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, you're right. Where were you? Where did you see the first time? Oh, that's a stretch for Smith. Gone. Great catch. Manu Singh has taken a very fine catch. That'll take some beating. Suresh, Raina, do your hair while the cameras get you. Look smart.
He did well to reach for it. Smith just managed to get his bat, but this is a good catch, considering that these guys are not absolutely fit and they're not in the game, but to run in, dive and take a catch like that, Monu, of Malhotra for 3, 40 for 2, the Punjab Royal.
Yeah, that's a big scalp to get. Dwayne Smith can take things away from you. He can certainly take things away from opposition bowlers. It brings the Australian Cameron White, who's scored almost 5,500 runs in T20 cricket with a best of 141 not out. This really is a super catch, because this ball was travelling and you've got to come in at pace. He's at full pace here and then breaks the fall and rolls and takes it. That's why Dwayne Smith is looking fed up.
White ball.
Yeah, that's a bad ball. It's a pity to give a new bat a sighter like that.
Oh, there's a gift that time just down the leg side. Had Cameron White just got a feather on it, it would have been 4. Fine leg inside the circle. But yeah, Dwayne Smith struggled again. 3 of 7. Not his usual self. In the first game, he looked very smooth. He got runs quickly. So this is good by Malhotra. Now, what bowlers like this are trying to do, as you said, they're not express, whippy, but bowls a lot of variety. Cutters, slow balls, the wide Yorkers or full-length deliveries, full and wide. So they're always trying to do something different.
Yeah, well disguised. The ball hardly got down the other end before Cameron White had played his shot. So the Delhi Devils looking for their first win of the season, of this tournament. They played 2 and lost 2, and Punjab under Dilshan played 2 and won 1. So it's a little nudge that will be productive. That will bring 4 runs. 46 for 2 and 5 overs bowled. Just guiding it away. Punjab Royal chasing 135 to win this match. Iqbal Abdullah, left arm spin, comes into the attack now. Good economy in his T20 career, below 7, 5 for 10 is best.
That line, yeah.
Cameron White with the little reverse sweep.
Can you remove the watch?
Unusual shot from the Australian. I would have thought he'd like to see Abdullah just for 1 or 2 deliveries, then go for it.
I'm just wondering whether it's a sign of desperation, because the Delhi Devils made 133 for 6 and they're holding on quite well. If you look at the way the bowlers, they went for a few runs, but you could see that the surface is not the easiest. It's a bit slow, it's gripping. Fast bowlers looking to take pace off. So that's why I think Abdullah can be critical. And it's important that the spinners, whoever that's called on to bowl for Delhi Devils, that they be economical and bowl well on this surface. I think they'll hold the key.
That's a link, good link.
There's very little in this contest. Punjab are 49 for 2.
Abdullah.
And Delhi Devils at this stage were 48 for 2.
Good boy. Good boy.
Just feel with this Punjab side, Smith has gone, Oja has gone, and then you're looking really at some middle order batters in Phil Mustard, Neil Broom, Anton Devsic. Make a breakthrough here.
Nice.
That's why the responsibility is very much with Dilshan.
It also doesn't seem to be easy to force the pace, because at the moment it's just singles. Now the required rate is up to 9+, and this partnership is 10 of 9. Dilshan started off well.
Nice, Suresh.
So now 6 overs done, or 36 balls done, 50 for 2.
It's a close contest, this. Delhi were 56 for 2 at this stage. Punjab 50 for 2. Now the helmets come on. By the way, if you're watching this from reasonably close to Tillakaratne, come along, because there's no charge for tickets to come in and watch these international stars. And there's some wonderful places to watch, from either on the couch or even on the Delhi Devils owners right there. Or if you can't sit there with the owners, how about sitting there, maybe on the reclining grassy banks. Very nice. Dilshan with a stretch. He is most unconventional. I must say, over the years that I've been privileged to watch cricket, he has been one of the players that I really have enjoyed, because he has got that unconventional trait in his personality. You're not quite sure what he's going to bring out next, but he's such a gritty competitor.
See, I think I told you the story about Dilshan, because he was a middle order batter and he was batting at 6 or 7 for Sri Lanka, and he was going nowhere, and then he gets dropped from the side. So that's where he decided to take that step. Where, see, at that point, Sanat Jayasuriya used to open, say a few years ago, and there was that vacuum where Sri Lanka was looking for an opener who could be aggressive at the top, and then he stepped in.
Shot. Well, just imagine here, Roshan, if Sri Lankan royalty turned up in the shape of Kumar Sangakkara, Mahela Jalawardena. And he's got, look at that, 50 against Rajasthan, 31 against New York Strikers, and now 29 not out. Of course, this is Sangakkara's stamping ground, isn't it? Kumar was from these parts. Oh, goodness me! That is a brilliant catch. Priyanjan, I think, has pulled off the best catch we've seen. I thought the previous one was good. This is amazing. That ball was going like a Ravi Shastri tracer bullet.
Yes, and it was also dropping. That's the thing. Now the umpires have to make a decision. They'll obviously refer it. That's an umpire's referral. The third umpire would want conclusive evidence here. But that was a good catch, because it was a flat hit. It was dropping on him. And the difficult thing was he had to dive forward.
Now, I'm not sure from that angle. It's difficult because the camera has a natural compression effect, and that foreshortens the field of vision. So, you know, sometimes you look at it from head on and you think, well, where are the fingers? This will tell you, is it under the ball? He's convinced that he's got his fingers under the ball. Now there, I think the fingers look good. They look good under the ball. Cameron White has stayed there waiting for this decision from the third umpire. I think that's out.
That would be a big call by the third umpire, because he needs to be absolutely conclusive to give that. So there were two different angles. This one, it's a little bit tight, but the previous one, that the side-on one, looked a little bit more conclusive.
Well, I can tell you now that the players out on the middle have decided themselves. They've decided themselves.
I think they have, because they've gone to their respective places. Cameron White is at the non-strikers end, and they were expecting this. So the umpire confirms it. It's not out, but still, it was a brilliant effort by Ashan Priyanjan.
Buddy.
Oh, that's been hit murderously hard. That really is. Cameron White's a very strong customer. 7 gone, 59 for 2. Coming up tonight, starting at 7, the Candy Samp Army against the New York Strikers, who are the tournament leaders. Played 3-1-3. Now Dilshan wants a wide here. He feels that he didn't touch that. I think he's got a case here.
There was excitement on the part of the bowler. Now this is the boundary. Cameron White had plenty of time because he just stood up. He's not pacey, Malhotra. And just look at it, hit it back past the bowler.
Yeah, it hit very hard.
Down, Matt.
They'll get one now.
Nice leg.
See, there was some confusion because Dilshan felt that the first ball was a wide, but the bowler got excited. He thought he had something. Eventually, the umpire didn't rule it in the favor of the batter. He felt it was a legitimate delivery. It's worth taking a look to see what actually happened. Did it spin back, or did it miss the edge, or was it a drop catch? I don't know.
A chance, but a difficult one for Brendan Taylor, because that came off the face of the bat. Very difficult.
See, this is what we're talking about. Now, did he touch anything? The bowler was excited. And I think Dilshan had a course. But this one, what about this? That's gone too high and it is taken, held quite easily. Anurit is the catcher. Very good catch. And Cameron White yet again just hitting it, getting more height actually than distance.
Cameron White running out of patience here. And he knows he's got underneath this. Very good catch, this by Anurit Singh. Well, these fielders, these cricketers are taking some good catches. Cameron White's gone for 10 and Punjab Royal are 62 for 3 now. And we're going to have a timeout.
So still 72 required from 42 deliveries. It's not going to be an easy run chase this for the Devils, but Dilshan is still at the crease. 33 from just 21 deliveries. He's been the pick of the batters by a long way.
Okay, this is the innings so far from Dilshan. He loves playing those cut shots and pull shots during his deft touches. He needs to make a big score here.
Play.
This will go for 4 as well. He's been brutal on anything that's been remotely short.
These are strokes that he loved playing in his heydays. And he still continues. Rock back and then pull it around. He's a very good player square of the wicket.
I don't know, your people.
And he continues to do so.
The long answers are played.
Didn't carry. Didn't carry. There was a little bit of excitement, but there was no pace on the ball.
He was trying to pedal it around. Fingers rolled over by the bowler. The Dill scoop. That's what he's trying to do. A shot manufactured by Dilshan himself. He's the only player who has a shot named by him after him.
Now he does get it over the keeper. Has he got enough on it? No. Good bit of fielding. I tell you what, they've thrown themselves around in the field here today.
So, once again, a good bit of fielding. And Dilshan again going for that Dill scoop. Just good effort. Very, very good effort. Make sure they know how important a win here is. Delhi, but that's good. That's good. This is good. Very good save.
It's off the bat. That's when it's flush.
I think they're just wanting to look at here is if the ball clipped the wicket-keeper's helmet, which is sitting behind Brendan Taylor at the moment. So the boundary check was absolutely fine. The fielder was well inside the ropes. But it's did Dilshan get the ball over the keeper's head and onto the wicket-keeper's helmet? I don't think so. But there is certainly a delay in play here. Suresh Raina's trying to find out exactly what is going on. So we just want to watch for when the ball clears Brendan Taylor's head. The ball coming in.
You can't do anything.
Well, I have no idea what they were checking for there, because that went straight to Taylor.
One bouncer. One bouncer. Bowler.
Required rate is 10.4. Now, while Dilshan's there, they won't worry too much about it. If he gets out, this is going to prove very, very tricky indeed. But this is what he does. Boundary, misfield. So while they've thrown themselves around in the outfield, just every now and again, there's a lapse in the field.
He did very well to get around there. Get Dilshan getting it into the gap. A lot of work for the super cover. He did well to get there, but a slight knock on has cost them a boundary.
I think everyone in the Punjab Royal side is saying, well, Dilshan, you play here, you get the runs, because Oja got 15, Smith 3, White 10. He's got 43 of the 72. And oh, just out of reach. 4 more ends the over. 54 deliveries gone, 76 for 3.
I picked the short man. I picked the short man. Get off. Off down. Yeah. Correct.
Oh, Abdullah's been very tight. They're only going to get 1, and so we're going to go downstairs and join Shafali, who's with Namanoja.
So we have Naman along with us. Naman, we have seen you smashing 4s and 6s all these while, in all of these Legends leagues. But today we didn't see much on the board from your bat. Did the conditions in the pitch were not in favor?
I think conditions are very good. Wicket is very good, and I think beautiful stadium, beautiful wicket. Unfortunately, I didn't got runs today, and see, sometimes you don't get run, but it doesn't mean that the condition, I think everything is perfect here in Kandy.
All right. How do you read the match situation right now?
Right now is, I guess, little 50-50. I think still a skipper is leading from the front, and hopefully he'll take a side along the line. So hopefully we'll win from here.
All right. Tell me, what alterations do one needs to make to, adapt to this smaller 90 ball format?
I think 90 ball is like you don't have much time to think. Whatever means from the ball number 1, if ball is there to hit, you need to smash it. And if ball is not there, you need to convert it into maybe 1 or 2. So it's like a proactive, proactive mindset, so that you need to make sure that you score minimum 150 runs on this kind of surface, because wicket is very good to bat.
A minimum of 150 is must. All right. Naman, do you like the Kandy hospitality?
Oh yes, Kandy hospitality is beautiful. I think hotels, ground, conditions, everything is fantastic here, and hopefully fingers crossed that we will win and we will come up in the points table to make into the finals.
All right, I wish you best of luck for the match, and now I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much, Naman.
Thank you.
Back to the cons.
Naman Oja, wonderful player. Really is a good player. Hasn't hit full form here yet, but he will as the tournament goes on. That I'm sure of.
One.
He wants 2. He wants 2 because that would give him 50. He says no. So Dilshan will be at the non-striker's end, and he will actually have the strike, because that is 60 balls gone. 82 for 3. Not a high-scoring game, but an exciting one, that's for sure. It's going to take some doing this for the Punjab Royal to register their 2nd win. They have just 1 next to their name at the moment, but that's 1 better than the Delhi Devils, who have yet to register a win in this competition.
Center.
Dilshan on strike on 49. He has stood man alone. He's faced 30 deliveries. It's been hard work. You wouldn't think so with a strike rate of over 160, but that's the quality of the player. That is 50. It'll just be a single, but that'll do nicely. So Tillakaratne Dilshan for the Punjab Royal, the captain, gets 50.
Yeah, it's been a wonderful innings. This is a ground that Dilshan favours. He's got a lot of runs here in Pallekele. He's got a T20 100 in Pallekele. So he will want to bring back those memories, but he needs to stay on. He needs to go on. And something that we're seeing now is the boundaries are drying up.
Anton Devcic is the new man from New Zealand, the all-rounder. More batting all-rounder. He bowls a little bit of left-arm spin as well. Good player, heavily involved in the coaching environment now, Anton. Needs to give some support to his skipper. He hit that clean enough. And now he will get off the mark. Oh, he's already off the mark.
What?
Would go down as a giveaway and get Dilshan back on strike. How costly can this be? Dilshan gets a boundary or a 6 then. So let's see what Dilshan has in mind. He needs to find the boundary.
This will be safe. This will be safe. It'll be better than safe because it'll skip away for 4. There is very little protection on that offside. And Dilshan has exposed it.
Well, he had targeted his area as he came down the wicket. He saw the extra cover coming into the circle. And there you go. He was not afraid to go aerial. And he just had enough for that ball to just pass the boundary. This is what they need. The Royal.
4 boundary riders on the leg side, 1 on the off. Again, he looks for that offside. Again, he finds the boundary. Such a dangerous player, and he's in full flow now.
This is bad bowling. This is very bad bowling. You've got your boundary riders on the onside, and he just a fraction off. And Dilshan, he would miss that. He got it very well, very fine for a boundary.
Yeah, you're right, and it's pace on the ball as well. You know, here you would think he's got to be angling it in middle and leg, or he's got to be taking pace off the ball, which sort of forces Dilshan to play across towards that leg side. This will be just a single. Gee, it's been a good innings though, under difficult circumstances.
Yeah, there you go. This is how Dilshan went about business today. He really likes those horizontal bat shots, isn't he? Loves to pull, loves to cut. There you go. That's an example of what he does. Those deft touches. He just can't afford a ball on that length to Dilshan. He'll murder you.
Yeah, he's just one of those players, isn't it, that if you ask the question around the world, I'm going to get back to that, but that's the end of the 11th over. 66 balls gone, 93 for 3. Well, he's hunting down Robin Uthappa. Uthappa's going to take some catching because he has been in incredible form. 180 runs in just the 3 innings, but that strike rate of 230. He was at his destructive best yesterday evening and taking his side over the line. We're in the heart of Palakela. Right, so that is the batting power play that is being taken, and so now just 3 fielders are allowed outside the 30-yard circle.
Yep. So let's see what Anrit can do. Dilshan goes for a big swing, doesn't get through.
The difference here is pace was taken off the ball. The previous over of Manu, there was just pace on the ball which Dilshan could work with. Yeah, Anrit takes it all off. Required rate still over 10, but it hasn't moved from there. And I tell you what, if you were to say to Punjab, chase 10 in the last over, they would take it. Here's a chance. This will take some catching. Oh, yes, he does. He holds on. That's a huge wicket for the Devils.
Well, they lose a wicket in the power play, and that of their captain, who's been doing very well. Once again, pace off. And Dilshan tried to get it down to that square region, but that was a well-judged catch. And the Punjab Royal captain departs for 59. It's 93 for 4.
Broom out into the centre. running out into the action. A lot to play for here. 41 of 22 balls needed. Devils working hard for their first win in the competition. Dilshan going huge and went very, very high. In the end, a really good catch. Monu taking it in the deep, and frustration for the skipper, but a wonderful knock. 59 of 36. A huge, huge innings. Now Broom straight into a pressure situation. Anurit striking again in the wickets column.
See, what is done well on Rich is that he's mixed it up, and they also realized the complexion of the surface. They're taking a lot of pace off the ball. And this is beautiful, isn't it? It is an absolute sight. Look at the Pallekele International Stadium with the lights on. And this is what the drone gives you, and it's now almost dusk. And 94 for 4, 92 for 3, really nothing in it after 69 balls. But the difference I feel, John, is that the surface has got a little bit slower with the team batting second. So that makes it a little bit more complicated if you're trying to chase down a target.
You got 3 or 4 out.
And just working out some field here. The batting play, just keep in mind, only 3 allowed out the circle. Deep at wicket, long off and cover. Thought also a big turning point in this game was the Devils 14 off the last over.
That's 4. Now that is useful. That is more than useful. Because they need a few more like that, because their asking rate is now down to under 11. Or if we compare runs versus balls, 36 of 20. Again pace off, but it's just the line. Devsich did very well. He got inside the line. He preempted it, I thought, and then played it behind square leg. More runs. That's another boundary. Now this is leaking. The hundreds up of 71 balls.
Really making this batting power play count. Devsich back-to-back boundaries. Bit of fortune off the outside half, but he's looking to hit in the right area. Offside field up, and he's giving himself room to hit it on that offside. Bat on it, and it runs away very, very quickly. And Anurit, who's taken another 2 wickets today, takes his tally of 7 in the tournament now. Top wicket taker. He's under pressure.
This time again in the gap. This time may not be 4, I think might be 2. Great effort by the captain, Raina. In fact, they're coming back for 3. Might be tight. Oh, had the throw been good. I think the keeper dropped it because it bounced quite a bit. He had to drag it down. Suresh Raina put in the dive. I hope it's all right.
I tell you, that effort deserved something. And they should have got the run out in the end. It looked like Taylor dropped the ball when he just had to catch it and take the bails off, and he would have been short. But you don't see 3s often in this competition, but today they did it. Raina, you've got to be careful with those shoulders and back, things like that. But here we go, coming into shot now. Taylor had to catch it and take the bails off, and he's made a mess of it. A real mess of it.
It's 105 for 4 of 72 of 12 balls. 12 overs, I beg your pardon. You're on a break, right? Suresh Raina made a magnificent effort and stopped it, and I've been told, John, that was the first 3 in the tournament. So that's a rarity. As you said, I mean, you wouldn't find too many 3s being run, leave alone singles.
They were desperate to win this game. They were running as hard as they could muster. But when he dived, you've got to be careful. When you hit the ground like that, the right shoulder, when it goes up like that, you can really ruin the old shoulder. And he took a few moments, but he got up in the end. But this was the problem here. After all that hard work, Taylor just had to catch him with the bells off, and he failed to do so. That would have been another big blow, especially to the Devils here. They're desperate to win this game, and the captain throwing himself around like that, you can see how desperate they are to get this win tonight.
Great dive by the batter, who just threw himself into the crease. Devsic 15 of 8 on strike. Malhotra takes a lot of pace off the ball. He's gone for 17 of 12 balls. Chips it into the gap. They'll be happy with 1. So 28 of 17, that's the equation. If you're looking at runs per over, you're looking at 9.88.
Yeah, that's your middle.
So they've got it within range. Just a couple of boundaries along the way here will get them there. Just a little boundary, 1 for and over, and the rest they can run them. Run a ball, that should do the trick.
Again, pace off the ball. Now they need to find the gaps. At the moment, they're picking the fielders. There are 3 men on the leg side boundary for the right-hander. With the left-hander coming in, they continue to have 3 men on the leg side. Malhotra is a master at taking pace off, but he's got to be careful with his length.
Also that it doesn't become too predictable. The batsman can just wait on that back foot and heave it away on the onside.
Oh, hits it straight back. That's 4. That was hit with a lot of power. And what you said was perfect, because you become a little bit too predictable, and the batter just keeps waiting for it. That's Tillakaratne Dilshan's. That's Mrs. Dilshan, if I saw her correctly or recognized her. That's a power-packed stroke. Hit with so much of power.
Pretty flat as well. Watch out, umpire and bowler.
Oh, this time finds the fielder. But he's moving well, Devsic. He's picking his spots. He's got 7 runs of 4 balls. So he's left with 2 now. To keep up the rate required, he needs just 2 singles or maybe 3 runs. That'd be perfect for the Punjab Royal. Sensible, very sensible. They'll be happy with 1, I think. This is sensible batting. You could see that Broom is looking to get Devsic on strike, just making sure that he doesn't play the dots, but just rotating it.
If you just pick up that 1 boundary, as we mentioned, per over, Devsic hit it, and other than that, they've got their singles. They're up with the rate now. They now off the over will be decent. They're within striking distance here, is where they need to be.
Has he found the gap? I think he has. That's a boundary. That's a big over. The requirement is down now to 17 of 12. Malhotra goes for 12 off that over. 117 for 4.
Mustard still in the dugout. He hasn't been utilised yet. Due to come in next, but that is a big boundary.
Right, coming up is a match between the table toppers and Candy Sampami, that is at number 4. I can tell you that the strikers, they played 3 games and 3 very good wins. Sampami, on the other hand, played 2, won 1, lost 1. Right, into the additional over. 4. This is a very good partnership. This is very clever batting.
The Royal have been very clinical here. They've kept pretty calm. Devsic hitting a boundary, and now a boundary with the very first ball takes a whole lot of pressure off the batting team. And with striking distance, only 13 needed now of 11 balls. Really well-timed chase. This partnership, 28 of 11 balls. It's a real match-winning partnership between these 2 New Zealanders.
The third man goes down to a very square third. Square leg comes in to save 1. Again, this time he finds the man at deep backward point or square third. A single So they brought that equation down to a manageable situation. 12 of 10.
Over round.
Always so important to start the over well. So they've started off well with a boundary. This partnership has started to accelerate. 29 of 12. The Delhi Devils owners don't look too happy. That's understandable, isn't it? Delhi has been struggling in this tournament. They've played, this is their third game and will be a third straight loss if they cannot pull it back here from here. At the moment, a little bit tough. 12 of 10. With still 6 wickets standing for Punjab Royal. Well, he's asking for an LBW. He's asking for a question. He's asking a question, I beg your pardon.
Yeah, I had that, but I think it would have been
Really good delivery. Yorker. Yep, he just flicked it around the corner, nowhere near the pad, so a bit hopeful, that one. What they've done is they've taken all the pressure off. It's down to 7.3 to the over required. It looks to be a foregone conclusion, though. Is there a twist in the tail here, though?
Again, the fielder. Now, Delhi requires at least 2 dots if they cannot get a wicket here. Because at the moment, they require 10 of 8. A boundary will settle the issue. But going into the last over, with 10 runs to get, that can make it interesting.
Well, they've only got Malhotra. He's finished. Abdullah's finished. Well, they've got Sangwan. He's got an over left. Monu also has 1 left. But this is the big over. They want to get a wicket.
Again into the gap. Oh, well done. Very well done in the deep. Ashan Priyanjan, I think, ran around. He is comparatively youthful. And he manages to keep it down to 2. But then, what about the equation? 8 of 7 now.
Looking pretty comfortable. They gave Anurit, their top bowler, top fast bowler, a go in the penultimate over. You can understand they need something special. No point leaving him for the last over. So they've given their everything here, the Devils. Looks like they might just fall short here again this evening.
Into the last ball. Or will that be a wide? Well, it's not called a wide. It went down the leg side, though. So 84 deliveries have been bowled. 126 for 4, which means they need 8 of the last 6. Right, they're down to 8 of the last 6 balls with Punjab Royal, 126 for 4. At one stage they were falling back, but Dilshan a quick 59 of 36. And this partnership of Devcich and Broom have been more than useful, 33 of 16. This is that last ball we were talking about. It bounced, and also, what about the line? Maybe one can argue it's over the shoulder. Oh, very nearly single of the first ball. That's a good start to the over for the bowler.
He thought he was through the defences of Broom. It was a good delivery to start. Full, right on the stumps. In the end, he just got the bat down in time there. Very fortunate. Good start, but he needs to dismiss Devcich. That would be a massive blow. Get a new batter in, facing up in the last over under big pressure. They need a wicket here. This delivery.
Short fine leg, short third, but the rest, 5 men on the boundary. Oh no, that's not good. That is not good. You can't bowl that line and length. You go around the wicket, you have a short fine leg, and you bowl a friendly full toss on the pads.
The angle, Devcich just moved around the crease so well and so cleverly. He knew where he wanted to hit the ball. Wherever that ball had been delivered, it was going in this direction. He moved right across the stumps, and he's just got to get a bit of bat on it. With fine leg being up, and it's 4. And another boundary, a timely one. He's scoring 2 runs a ball, Devsic, 32 of 16. What a knock.
Now he's been very reactive here, the captain. He's pushing that man down to fine leg, bringing long off into the circle. Now, where would he bowl? Gets almost looking to go through the offside, gets an under edge. Now it's a little bit too easy. Talking of what, 2 runs of 3 balls?
He's got to bring the field up now. No point waiting till it's 1 run needed. Broom's on strike here. He's only faced 7 deliveries. He's on 10. They need to bring up the field now, I feel, as the skipper. No, there can't be any easy singles available here. Looks like the leg side's been set back, but the offside is all up in the ring. They need to be on the single here.
What happened? I think the fielders are still moving, so the umpire Deepal had to make sure that he had to stop the ball on the way because the fielders had to be in position. They're still moving now. There's another man coming across from the offside to that short square leg, but they're also mindful of the leg side, so they got 3 men on the leg side boundary. He needs to defend 2 runs of 3 balls. Oh, that's 4. That's easy. Well, what's this fuss all about? Bring the fielders in, and he finds the boundary on the offside. 14 of 8 is what Broom has made, and Punjab Royal win with 2 balls to spare on 136 for 4.
That was a hard-fought victory. 2 balls to spare. There's the man of the moment, Devsic. Really a wonderfully timed chase and a finisher for the Royal side. Gets him over. Broom does the finishing touches. Devsic, the man of the moment. That partnership, 43 of 20 deliveries. That is a very special combination of guile and real power hitting. So the Devils, another loss. A bit of a deflating loss at this stage when they were right in this contest, right till the very end. And that is the final stroke for Broom. Hits it, punches the air, and a lovely shot. And a nice moment for him, hitting those winning runs. The skipper, Dilshan, once again, brilliant work from him. 59 of 36. A captain leading from the front. And Raina, they've got some work to do now, the Devils.
Yeah, it's back to the drawing board. They'll have to relook at their side. They'll have to relook at the approach. Don't forget, they won the toss. They decided to bat. And at one stage, I thought, until this partnership came together, that they were in with an even chance. But this was the clincher. 43 of 20, when it was looking a little bit difficult for the Punjab Royal, eventually winning by 6 wickets with 2 balls to spare, making it look a little bit easier than what one thought. So the formalities happens, the 2 teams greeting each other, wishing each other, meeting the umpires, which is a very good thing, where you just make sure that you go back into the dressing room in a very good spirit, whether you won or lost. So this is what happened. 136 for 4. This is match number 8 after Delhi made 133 for 6. Must say, Oja looks a very stylish and a nice player, but he couldn't go on for too long. 15 of 9. But Dilshan was excellent, 59 of 36. And then Devsic and Broom just made it look too easy. 43 of 20, making 136 for 4.
Very important that they had Dilshan going through for most of the innings. All those partnerships in those top 3, you would have thought they'd like to really push on with one of those and make it something decent. But right till the very end, that's when they left it for a really good finish between Devsic and Broom. 43 of 20. That's pretty much the moment of their innings. Really a fine partnership. Looking at the bowlers, 2 for 39, quite expensive today. Anurit in his 4 overs, taking the wickets though. That's what they need, some more wicket takers somewhere along the way. Some expensive figures there along the way. With other wicket takers, Malhotra and Abdullah in that innings. Having a look back tonight to the highlights. The skipper and Oja opened up. And they got about their business. 20-run partnership, and then Oja got bounced out Anirit really pulled his length back. Dilshan, he wasn't getting out to the bumper. He dealt with it pretty severely, as he did on the offside. So Smith joined the party. Not for long, though. He was gone for 3. Partnerships. They all got a few partnerships, as we saw in that partnership listing. No one in the top order really made it count. That was the end of Cameron White's holdout. But you've got to say, Tillakaratne Dilshan, he is up for this. The oldest player in the tournament. And he's showing all the skill that he's shown for many years on your screens until the end of it. Big moment in the game. Dilshan after 59 gave the Devils a little bit of a sniff. And this is when Devsic arrived to the wicket. The big beard he's got, and he's got a BMT as well. And he dealt with this match so clinically. Joined by his fellow New Zealander, Broom. Set about their way to a match-winning partnership, and that was the winning stroke from Broom through extra cover for 4.
So the match summary: Delhi Devils made 133 for 6. Yeah, it looked at least 10 or 15 runs short. Raina tried hard, Rayudu 29, and Punjab Royals in reply 136 for 4, winning with 2 balls to spare. .136. Oh, and time to join the post-match presentation. Let's join Alan Wilkins.
I thought you were going straight. Hey.
Yes, we're all set here now for the Magic Win Sports Legends Cricket Trophy Season 2, the match post-match presentation. We'd like to thank our partners, first of all, who have made this tournament possible: ARC Developers, Star Sports, Bally's Entertainment, and Yeti. Our first award is the Magic Win Sports Player of the Match Award, a check for $500 and an N7 real estate goodie box to be presented by Shavain Sharma, Director of LCT, and Tillakaratne Dilshan. Dilshan, come forward. Rolling back the years. Captain, of course, of Punjab Royal, and Dilshan with the Player of the Match Award. The next award is the Electric Wicket Award of $500 presented by Mr. Ayush Sharma, team owner of the Delhi Devils, and Monty Panesar, former England cricketer. Monty, if you'd like to pick up the check. 2 for 16 for Monty, who along the way picked up 167 test wickets for England as well. And finally, the Maximum Sixes Award for $500. We're delighted to welcome tonight Sonam Bajwa, who's a Punjabi actress. Lovely to have you with us, Sonam. And you're going to present the award to Brendan Taylor of the Delhi Devils for the Maximum Sixes Award. Brendan Taylor, former captain of Zimbabwe. And thank you very much, Sonam Bajwa, Punjabi actress. Thanks very much. And that concludes our presentation.
So quite an easy win eventually for the Punjab Royal. And now this is the updated points table. Punjab Royal now has 4 points and they go into 4th place. But look at where Delhi Devils and Colombo Lions are. They're right at the bottom. And Delhi Devils are at number 6 because they got a superior net run rate but still at the minus level. So that's not looking good for the Delhi Devils. But Punjab Royal, they're living in hope. Right, the next match coming up is between the unbeaten strikers and Candy Sampami. Don't go too far away. It's going to be a really good game.
It's match day 6 of the Legends Cricket Trophy 2024, with cutting-edge competition forcing the teams to seek their winning combination. Tonight, the Candy Samp Army clash with the New York Superstar Strikers. The Strikers have been the team to watch out for as they dominate the points, along with many statistical tables of the league. The Candy Samp Army has the big names, but has been struggling with a win and a loss. It's a must-win for them to stay in contention in the league. So get ready for another clash of the legends at the Palakele International Cricket Stadium in Sri Lanka. Hello, good evening and welcome to the Palakele International Cricket Stadium here in Sri Lanka for match number 11 of the Legends Cricket Trophy 2024. It is the Candy Samp Army who take on the New York Superstar Strikers. A little bit earlier on, we saw the Delhi Devils lose once more. They are 0 from 3 and have lots of work to do. But tonight, the Strikers, they'll be hoping to keep their unbeaten record going as they are 3 from 3. And the Samp Army, well, if they want to make those top 2, which is the one the final will be made up of, they need a win here tonight. Plenty of big players on show here this evening. Chaminda Vas, the coach, and a little bit earlier John Kent was downstairs with the 2 captains, and it was the New York Superstar Strikers who won the toss and decided that they would have a bat first. He's been a busy man, John Kent. He sits now alongside me. John, what about these 2 teams?
Well, you think of the Strikers, they've made so many changes every game. They made another 5 changes here, so they bring back Udana, Pradeep, as well as, we have a look down that list there, Singh as well. Real Sharma comes back, so Thiramane. So they've made plenty of changes. Everyone's getting game time, which is real positive, considering they're winning every game pretty comfortably. Going across to Candy Samp Army. Finch is there. The Patan brothers are not in this side for this evening, which is obviously not the best for their team makeup, but they've had to call on Kevin O'Brien. He's been pretty good so far, as well as Tino Best and Pofu, who's been the standout seamer for them as well.
3 changes to that side. The surface is a little bit on the dry side. The batters haven't quite had it their own way here today. In match 10 it was difficult 130, played 131, and I don't think it'll be any different here this evening, unless of course there's a little bit of dew that falls and maybe the ball comes on the bat a little bit earlier. I mentioned that John Kent was busy a little bit earlier. He was downstairs with Aaron Finch.
Okay, Aaron lost the top.
No. Good bit of fielding. I tell you what, they've thrown themselves around in the field here today.
It matters at this stage?
I would have batted first, but I think we've seen the wicket getting slower and slower as the game